Hi Phil, if this is even you that ends up watching this, or maybe it's one of your editors. But anyway, you asked the nation to make videos or leave comments on their first kiss experiences, or on their first kiss stories. And so here's mine. Mine was actually earlier this year. It was this year. It was February 14th, so of course Valentine's Day. I'm trying not to drop this, by the way, so I'm sorry if it's shaking. So anyway, it was Valentine's Day. What a day to have it, right? So my sister's school was having a fundraiser. They were selling tickets to the West Edmonton Mall World Water Park, and so I thought, hey, it's a water park. I like going, so I went, and I didn't currently have any date plans for that night. And then I went, oh wait, I could bring her. I could bring this one girl, because I had kind of been dating her for a month, but we only went on one date, so we weren't really dating. So this is gonna be our kind of second date. So I kind of had a girlfriend, right? But I didn't really. So anyway, I asked her and she says yes. So we go, and and then I realized, oh right, it's Valentine's Day, of course. I should buy her flowers. But I so after school, I went and I bought some for her. I bought this small bouquet of flowers, and I bought some chocolates as well. And I was going to bring them, and then I went, no, I can't give them to her yet, because the night's not over. I think it would be better if you gave it to her at the end of the night. So I brought them and I put them in my locker, and I didn't let her see them, of course, because that just ruins it. So, and then the entire night she was with my sister, my younger sister, who's 4.5 years younger than I am. So, which was not the best, I guess, because it's supposed to be my date, and and she stole my girlfriend, right? But I guess girls' night. So what are you gonna do? So, but we both had fun anyway. So afterwards, I was driving her home, and pull up into her driveway, and she gets out, and I get out with her, and I pull the flowers and chocolates out that I had, and I give them to her, and she she takes them, and she looks surprised and extremely happy, like I guess you would expect, or you would hope to expect. And she thanks me for them, and she kind of steps forwards and goes in for a kiss, but me being completely oblivious. Well, yeah, two things. Yeah, one, me being oblivious. Two, me not wanting to screw anything up, because I didn't know if she actually wanted to kiss me. I mean, I wanted to kiss her, but who knows if she wanted to kiss me. And also, I'm kind of lacking in the courage department most times. So ended up being like this awkward hug thing, and she kind of just looks up at me, because she's like almost a foot shorter than me. And she says, "You've never done this before, have you?" And I said, "No, I haven't." And kind of stepped away, and I kind of looked down, because I was embarrassed. And oh great, you're such an idiot. You're a doofus. You should have kissed her. You wanted to kiss her. Why didn't you kiss her? And she's kind of looking at me, and she's kind of got her head down a little bit, and we stood there for about 10 seconds or so, right? And then she looks up at me, and she kind of her eyebrows kind of go down, like she's thinking, and then she finally says, "Fuck it, just kiss me," right? And then without a second thought, because I thought, what, this is my chance. If I don't take it now, I've screwed this thing up for myself now. I'm never getting another chance, tonight. So before I could have a second thought, I stepped forward and I pulled her in, and I kissed her, and it was a nice kiss. It did not have any tongue in it, like some of the first kisses you guys described, whether they were truthful or not. But it lasted a good 15 seconds, so that was actually, it was pretty good. And then, so yeah, kissing her, and then after that, we kind of pull away, and we're kind of just both smiling there at each other, and we're a bit bashful, and you're smiling, like you do after you just kiss somebody, and you're kind of a little bit embarrassed as well. And then I got another hug from her, a real hug, not the awkward whatever. And then she turns around and she goes into her house, and say goodbye to her, and I went. I got back in the car and I drove home. And after I was done smiling smiling really stupidly and like an idiot, because I just had my first kiss. My mouth drops open, and I drove home, and I was just the entire way home, because I was just in shock and dumbfounded, kind of, that I had just had my first kiss. And I was having trouble driving the speed limit, because I was driving good. But let's say the speed limit was 40, right? I was having trouble, no, the speed limit was 50. I was having trouble doing 40. Like, I was closer to 30, and I thought, I have to actually do the speed limit, or close to the speed limit, because otherwise, people are going to get mad at me. So I tried to, but my mouth is hanging open, and I'm just dazed and dumbfounded the entire way home. And I finally got home. It took me like 10 minutes longer than it normally does, which is at least twice as long as it normally takes me to get home from her house, or because she lives right by my school, so I know that's approximately the same amount of time. And so then that was, I went to bed, and I felt really, really, really good. And and I woke up the next morning, and I don't know, maybe it was some relief or something, but I was really happy. And I've actually felt pretty good for the next couple of days. But I guess, long story short, for the rest of that, she stopped talking to me for like 2 weeks, and then and then eventually she comes up to me, and she, breaks up with me. And I originally thought it was my fault when she first said that, but she explained it, and either she was telling the truth, or I just believed her lie, or I choose to believe her lie. But she said she felt too awkward having, a boyfriend, because she's never been in a relationship before, and neither have I, so it was the first time for both of us. And first time for both of us, and she would rather, and she wanted to be friends, and I thought, all right, sure, I'd rather have her as a friend than not have her at all. So, and we actually are still pretty good friends to this day. But yeah, kiss was really good, though. I guess that's it then. Hope you guys picked mine, because I think this would be really interesting. Well, then again, any first kiss story would be interesting to see you guys do. But yeah, I guess, hope you pick mine then. Thanks.